The Firecracker is a cigar unto itself from United Cigars. The people who bring you the Atabey, the people who bring you Bandolero, a whole series of really interesting and very, very good cigars. It's called the Firecracker because of this fuse. It runs down the side of the cigar. It's something they've been doing, I think, since 2007. Well, in a very weird way of working with other cigar manufacturers, they've been licensing the shape. And J.C. Newman, they took the challenge. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. This is the El Baton Firecracker Cameroon-wrapper. The Newmans will tell you that it's Stanford Newman who brought the Cameroon into existence, made this a part of cigar lore, and full disclosure, sucker for a Cameroon. J.C. Newman does once a year. There's this like 3-pack of cigars that comes out. I don't even know the name of it right now, but there's a Cameroon that's part of this. There's a Julius Caesar Cameroon and this and something else. I buy that every chance I get. I'll put in the comments what exactly the name of the 3-pack is. But I love a Cameroon wrapper and saw this. But this is a 3.5 by 50, Fingers Malloy.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's 3.5 inches long. And that's always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 50 at the diameter of the cigar or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter, I do not do cigars this small. This is known as a dog walker, ladies and gentlemen. Something quick, something simple, in and out and done. But it's like Stripes. It's in, it's out. It's like going to Wisconsin. That's what this cigar is. I never, ever am that guy. I smoke when I want to smoke, as I want to smoke. I don't smoke for time.
So would you say in a lot of ways when you refer to a dog walker, it's almost like a cigarette lifestyle in a cigar?
Yeah, that's the correct. I just hate the analogy.
I hear you.
But you're not wrong.
It's like, I gotta get my cigar in.
Right?
Like, you gotta
and
get
that's the part. But that's how I feel. Others, this is exactly what they need as they need it. They've got 45 minutes for lunch or whatever it is, and they're just going to have a cigar. It's an early morning thing, and then they got to go to work, or they're going to church, or they're going to here, or they're going to there. The kids' soccer game, all those things. This is what you've got in between. I hear you. It has a purpose. I am not a fan. I do not like these smaller length cigars. But since we try everything, since it's J.C. Newman, and since it's Cameroon, I'm like, yeah, we're going to do that. If you could see and take a look, the wick of the Firecracker goes all the way down. It's actually wrapped up in the band from the El Baton. I will take that, if I can get it. Good Lord, get it off there. And so you can see exactly how far down this thing goes. It goes down like 2 inches of the cigar. It's a 3.5-inch cigar, maybe a little bit longer right there. The weird part is you can pull this off, man. You can pull it off if you want and just be like, there it is. You're going to cut or you're going to V-cut. If I oddly enough, my V-cut is totally gone. I looked everywhere. Maybe I never even, I used to have one. I don't have one anymore. So I'm straight cutting this as shallow as humanly possible. Very, very shallow cut. I went on a little bit of an angle there to give me as much surface as I can get without taking away from the cigar. I would have V-cut into this to ensure I had better mouthfeel on it if I had the V-cut. V-cut will also intensify the draw, but I wasn't doing it for that. I was doing it to save actual cigar.
I wouldn't call any of our cigar resources a liar. This doesn't seem like it's 3.5 inches to me.
Good Lord.
I'm what? It seems like it's shorter than that.
Well, they're telling me it's a 3.5 by 50, and it's not my job to argue with the fine people at J.C. Newman, so I won't. The question is, does this fit your lifestyle, Fingers Malloy?
Listen, there are plenty of times, not so much this year, because I don't know if you heard this or not, Tony. I've been moving. But
what?
Right? But when it's a nice, cool summer evening and I'm getting ready to throw some steaks on the grill, I do like to have something like this where I only have half hour. I want a cigar. Yeah. It's my only chance of the day to be able to smoke a cigar. I do like something like this.
So the El Baton is, I'm going to say this crudely of J.C. Newman. Please don't yell at me, Drew. This is the value line of J.C. Newman.
Okay.
This Perla Del Mar, maybe Perla Del Mar more so. These are the lower cost on the J.C. Newman side. Then you can graduate into, the Julius Caesar and the Diamond, the Maximus, and go down that road, Diamond Crown. Again, a lot of things. And then a little bit above this is Brick House, things like that. It is a very pretty wrapper. Brown, nice brown, not a saddle brown, not too orange, with flecks of black in there. Certainly the construction is fine. I would expect nothing less. And there is a pepper hit on the word go, Fingers Malloy, on this Cameroon, which is kind of interesting. A pepper hit right from the very beginning that lets you know that it's there. Pepper and I'm going to say wood, cedar, right off the bat.
That's exactly what I was going to say, pepper and cedar. Also, for it being only 3.5 inches, there is, oddly enough, a little bit of heft to this cigar.
Yeah, it's not going to fly away. It's not going to just fall right out of your hand. The 3.5 by 50. This is the El Baton Firecracker from J.C. Newman, the Firecracker design from United Cigars, has a lot of flavor right off the hit. Now, in most cigars, we tell you take it and you break it into thirds, first third, second third, final third, and you grab your notebook. What'd you eat today? What'd you drink today? All those things still apply, except you can't think of a cigar 3.5. Like it'd be like a nub. There's no way to do that into thirds. So just write down the notes of the flavors, what you're getting out of the cigar. When you try it a month from now, 6 months from now, whatever that is, you go back and you do it again. And then you compare your notes and really get a through line, an idea of what flavors you got out of this cigar. And spicier than I thought.
Yeah, we lit this up a minute ago. We're already in the second third.
And that's just it. I want to see how far it goes. I have a backup. If we go through these and we want to keep smoking, I do have some backups. But this is just one of those great examples of I smoke the way I smoke. I am not here to tell people that they have to smoke the way I do it. You guys got to do what's best for you. You gotta feel the moment. You got to know your moments and know when you have time. And there are times where you're like, man, if I just had a cigar with me right now, that is a universal. And there's not a person who's like, if I had a cigar with me right now. But me, I wouldn't care if it was a Toro. I wouldn't care if it was a Robusto. I wouldn't care. And I don't really do Robustos. I wouldn't care if it was a Churchill. If I was there, the moment hits, I do it. This might be perfect for some people. The question will be, Fingers Malloy, is this in your humidor for $10?
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? Because it's 3.5 inches, and if I had known it was $10, I won't lie, I would have done it for the show. I would have been like, nah. Because for me, that's a valueless proposition. But now we're asking the question of, does it fit your life, your lifestyle? Is that 45 minutes worth the $10? And the answer might be maybe. This is the El Baton Cameroon wrapper from J.C. Newman. We are going to be smoking this and giving our full-fledged review. Find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. This is Eat, Drink, Smoke. Fingers Malloy, is there anything you love more than a good cup of Joe?
I like a good cup of Joe with a good cup of Joe Chaser.
Do you like a hot, steaming cup of Joe?
Yes, with a hot, steaming cup of Joe Chaser.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. And don't forget, with Christmas and Hanukkah and all the good holidays coming up, you want to get Let's Go Bourbon and Let's Go Barbecue, our two books available at Amazon.com. Let's Go Bourbon, the bourbon reader you've always needed. Super, super easy to read. Great for the bathroom. I mean, terrific. And Let's Go Barbecue, recipes, tips, and tales from the pit. Great recipes, great stories, great understanding of how to do some very good slow cooking. You want to check that out. Let's Go Bourbon, Let's Go BBQ, available at Amazon.com.
Now, here's the thing about those two books.
Stop it! They're not limited. You can get as many copies as you want. If you order 1,000 copies, I will fly Fingers to your door to sign them.
Wow, listen to Johnny Amazon over here. Just an expert on everything Amazon.
They call me Johnny Amazon, is what they do. Maxwell House is changing its name. Now, you, of course, are a guy who loves your coffee. You wake up in the morning and you're like, how do I get me a big steaming cup of hot, super loving Joe? That's what you call it, right?
Yes. I like to start my morning with Folgers in my cup.
But what if you could have Maxwell House?
Oh, no, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
But what if now you do it with the name change? Because Maxwell House will now be known as
Duncan?
Maxwell Apartment.
Oh.
Is this a thing?
No. It's shtick.
It is.
They are trying, Tony, to relate with the people, the folks.
Ooh, tell me more.
So they announced that the name will be changing for the first time in 133 years. Right. Because, there is a problem nowadays, Tony, with affordable housing.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
So since nearly a third of Americans are now renting smaller places rather than purchasing full-size homes, the coffee giant wants to reflect that stat with a temporary rebrand.
You know what else would be a great name for Maxwell House if you wanted to rebrand? New Coke. This admittedly is dumb, right?
Yes. But having said that, I do have a question for you because you are much more of I'm not going to say a coffee snob, but
just a snob in general. I can go with that. I can live with that. I sleep fine.
As you know, when I have my cup of coffee, I put a lot of schmutz in it.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I put a lot of creamer, a lot of sugar, and top that with a lot of creamer.
Right.
So it isn't as important to me to have the finest coffee bean in my coffee cup. It's because I'm putting all the schmutz in it. You, on the other hand.
No, I go a little schmutzy, but I do think it matters. So you joke about the Folgers. A quick story. And for the Folgers people who are listening, my mother lives in the Villages. For the record, owns no pineapples. And, oh my God, I almost got the coffee out of Finger's nose. Oh! Oh, God. This could have been the greatest show ever. I am so sorry, guys. I tried. I had the timing. That's disappointing. Now, did you laugh because you thought it was funny, or did you laugh because your mother totally has a pineapple, Tony?
My mother. Oh, I thought you were talking about my mother.
I'm not talking about your mother.
Okay.
I'm talking about my mom. So she lives in the Villages, and in the independent living facility in which she lives, which she refers to as the club. God bless. Oh, what a woman. There's coffee 24/7. You can go down anytime you want and get coffee. And they use Folgers. And I've been there numerous times. She's drinking more coffee now than she has in her entire life. The coffee's fantastic. The coffee is fantastic. I don't know what's going on. So let's not mock the Maxwell House apartment, condo, townhouse, Airbnb that's going on here.
But there are a lot of things that go into a fine cup of coffee, and it's not just the grounds.
So first, I mean, it starts where it starts. You do start with the coffee. The real story, we can speak to some experts about this because there are people who do this. They're like really focused on this. They can, they do the cuppings and they can really get an idea of where these beans are from and they can really get the notes. It's about the heat of the water. The problem is not always your coffee, right? It takes people who have real talent and real palates to be able to get that level of discerning. Certainly if you're already buying ground, right? It's the heat of the water. It's whether or not you're keeping your coffee maker clean. Are you descaling it?
You're supposed to clean your coffee maker?
Oh, crap. I have a Technovorm.
I'm sorry?
Technovorm.
You're making this up.
No, it's the Mocha Master from Technovorm. And the heat on that thing is perfect. I'm telling you, the coffee is sensational. Now, before that, I had a Ninja. I thought it did brilliant with coffee. I thought it did an excellent cup of coffee. But the problem is, if you live your life in a world of Keurig, I'm not going to be anti-Keurig here. If you live your life in the world of coffee pods, I don't actually think there is a way for you to get good coffee.
See, my machine is made by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Coffee.
Ah, right.
And if you are a Mr. Coffee, I would assume you're a coffee expert. But you bring up an interesting point about temperature.
If it was Professor Coffee, maybe.
You bring up an interesting point about temperature because it got me thinking to some of these places that they have to have their coffee be the temperature of molten lava.
Right.
Is that on purpose because they know that maybe their coffee grounds are not the best in the world, and they think, you know what, if I scald this person's tongue, it really doesn't matter about how good our coffee tastes?
I think two things are true. Number one, the reason they engage such heat is that you get far less complaints than if the coffee is too cold. So that's number one. Number two, I think it's because they may know that the average age of their coffee drinker is older, and the older you get, for some reason, you want things at about 14,000 degrees.
You are not kidding.
Dude, my father, rest his soul before he died, everything got sent back. Everything was in a microwave. It was ridiculous to the point of ridiculous.
I've never met someone in my entire life that is so obsessed with the temperature and the heat of his food than Fingers Malloy Sr.
Right.
I'm convinced if he could, he would actually eat his dinner inside of an oven just to make sure that food stays hot. It is amazing to me.
There is some kind of weird thing that happens. I am not old enough to know this. That's right. Young and vibrant. But it happens, and it happens all the time, and it's super weird. So that's why I think it happens that way, because you also have more time to work it. You can let it cool down a little bit. Cold, you're not going hot enough. That's the absolute worst.
And when it comes to heat, it really activates those Folgers crystals.
I'm telling you, it's very good. But yes, the coffee matters. The bean matters. The grind matters. If you're using beans, you're grinding them right. How coarse or how fine you're going. Again, your coffee maker is going to be able to decide that. And then it is about the machine. It is about the heat of the water. I mean, that's a huge part of it.
I would like to know why I would want my grounds more coarse.
What about the idea of surface area?
Oh, there you go.
See what I did?
Yeah.
Eat, drink, smoke. Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. Smoking the El Baton from J.C. Newman. This is the Firecracker, which is a style of cigar licensed from United Cigars with that wick. It looks like a fuse. This is a 3.5 by 50. Your dog walker. Something, a quick smoke, an easy smoke, comes in at $10. There is a fair amount of spice going on in this cigar. There's definitely some cedar going on in this cigar. There's a little bit of making saliva, a little bit of sweetness going on with this as well. It's a black pepper. You know, it's not hitting the roof. It's more in the tongue and in the cheek there. But it's smoking lovely, Fingers.
Yeah, I was going to add that you mentioned a sweetness. It was kind of like a nuttiness for me.
Okay.
But that cedar is there. That pepper is definitely there. Really a nice, easy draw, a great hand feel. I could totally see having one of these when you're throwing some steaks on the grill. You only got a half hour to smoke a cigar. This would definitely scratch that itch. I'm just still tossing around whether I would buy it at that price point.
$10. It's $3 too much, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it feels for a 3.5-inch cigar. That $10 gets you into the, whoa, wait a second. Do I really want to spend it on this, or could I spend it on a Robusto 5 inches, Toro 6 inches, and get more bang for the buck? And that's really a question of who are you? What is your time? What kind of flavors are you looking for, etc.? Is it about the dollar to the time, or is it about the dollar to the quality of the moment you have? And that really is something only you can decide. But you said scratch an itch, which you did earlier today. So Fingers Malloy, in the midst of the moving that has taken him 9 years to move, Fingers Malloy had what surgery did you have? Did you have the glaucoma?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
have
the gout. What is that?
Yes, I had eye gout. Is what I had. Yes. No, I had cataract surgery.
Right, because you're pretty blind.
In my right eye, yes. Well, not anymore though. They did an outstanding job. They put in a lens that will let me see both far away and close up.
Right.
I had a choice of just getting a lens where I could see far away, but then I'd always have to carry readers around, which sounded like a big pain in the neck. So I bumped up and got the deluxe lens with the wax and the 1 hour martinizing, and now I can see.
You got the
far
clear coat?
Yes, I got the clear coat too, and so I can see far away and close up. But I itched my eye today, and it's only 2 days out from surgery. I rubbed it, and my eye got angry.
Yeah.
And what's even worse is, so you have a 1 day follow up.
Right.
You go in the next day, you go see your eye doctor, and have glasses on now. Because both eyes have problems, but the left eye isn't nearly as bad. So what they do when you have cataract surgery is once they
pull the eye directly out of your head.
Yes, they do.
Fix it up, put it right back in.
Yes.
Just like that.
With also fresh new car smell in the eye. But they took the prescription lens out of my right eye and my eyeglasses, and they put in a clear lens. That lasted 7 hours. So if you're watching us on YouTube right now, you'll be able to see me with glasses on with only one lens.
Yeah, the lens is missing in his right eye, but he's still wearing the glasses because his left eye isn't great, and they only do one eye at a time.
Yes.
But you can see. I mean, it's incredible.
It was unreal. Like right now, I took my glasses off, and it takes your brain a little while to adjust. Like right now, you're really blurry, but if I get 2 minutes without my glasses on, I can easily read the computer screen in front of me, just a little bit blurry. Simply amazing what they can do nowadays, and I'm really grateful because it was really bothering me that I couldn't see.
The real story, though, when you're doing this, is that you don't get knocked out. You're awake, and they put a bunch of goo in your eye.
Yes.
And then they go in there and they slice you up, and you see it, don't you? So, you see the knife coming at you, and the end of days. Did you wish your children well?
No, it wasn't that bad, but it's really interesting. They get you in the pre-op area,
right? And
you're in the pre-op area with like 7 other patients, and it feels like they just zip right through you, all 7 people in no time flat. So they give you an antiseptic eye drop to prevent infection, and then they put this goop in your eye that numbs the eye. And it's like they put Elmer's glue in your eye.
You can't see, right?
Oh, you can still see. You can still see.
Can.
Yeah. And then they put an IV in you, and then they top you off just to make you feel a little happy.
Right.
Just a little edge off.
Juice?
Yeah, just a little edge off. And then they wheeled me into the room. I'm in the surgery center there. I'm in the operating room. And the nurses are talking, about the kids, whatever. Not mine. Talking about their kids. And for it felt like 10 minutes. The surgeon came in. Oh, they taped my head down, too. They tape your head down to the table.
Now I have 2 reasons why I'm out. This is listen, I saw Clockwork Orange. This isn't going to work for
me. They also said that the safety word was pineapple.
Ooh.
But they taped.
That's twice in one show, ladies and gentlemen.
So they tape your head, they tie your head down so you can't move, and then they've got a very bright light in your eye so you can't see anything. So I'm just looking to my right. It was my right eye, my head was tilted to the side, and you just got this big bright light in there, and you can't feel anything. Tony, I'm not exaggerating.
You felt no pressure?
No, nothing.
Nah. I'm not buying.
I'm telling you right now, maybe 3 minutes he was done. Went in, they do a 2 to 3 millimeter incision into your eye. They vacuum the old lens out, and then they slip a new lens in. They patch you on your head. They wheel you out. They wheel the next person in. And I'm assuming it's the same surgeon because it is boom, 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 one right after another. It's crazy. 3 minutes.
No chance. That sounds there is no medieval torture I can think of that could be worse.
But listen to me. When I say, you say no chance now.
None.
When I took my glasses off and did the eye test before I had this done, they gave me the eye chart. It was just a big blob. And the doctor said to me at that point, he said, this is the time when I can't improve your eyesight with lenses, your cataract surgery has to happen. I can read the chart down to little tiny letters now. So you say not a chance,
No,
but
there's no chance I can be awake for it. I have to be out. I can't know what's happening.
Okay.
I can't. I'm telling you right now.
Have you ever been put in that situation where they give you just a taste of that anesthesia? I don't even know if it's technically anesthesia.
I had the surgery on my arm when I tore my bicep.
Yes.
And I basically got anesthesia twice, once for the nerve block and then once for the surgery. And I got the Michael Jackson propofol.
Wow.
Oh my God. I felt nothing but the warm embrace of the Lord.
Yeah.
Because they do the nerve block and you wake back up and I'm there. I'm in the pre-op. And I was like, I was down and I was back up and I'm like, oh, okay.
But it wasn't a situation where it was like the one video in Metallica where you're just
No.
Okay, all right.
No. It was beautiful. And then I felt a small press on my forehead and it was a smooch and I knew everything was going to be okay. That's the way I have to feel. If there are going to be any surgeries, anything that involves cutting of this glorious body, there is going to have to be me knocked out.
I can tell you right now, the worst part of the procedure was the antiseptic drops in the eye. It was like they put battery acid in my eyes. The actual procedure itself, if I felt light pressure, I don't even remember it. That was a breeze, and like I said, 2 to 3 minutes done, and then I could see.
And you weren't blinking.
No,
they held your eye open.
They hold your eye open. Yeah, they use.
And you could feel them.
They use pliers.
Were they talking to you?
Yes.
Are you talking back?
No, I was not talking back, but I was wearing a lovely Detroit Lions shirt, and they started singing the fight song.
You didn't change into the smock?
No, full clothes. I didn't even have my shoes on.
Honestly, this can't be legal. No way. Tea, drink, smoke. Tea, drink, smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. We were so into his eyes, we did not discuss the news of the week.
Tony,
Fingers.
So this is exciting news for people who like 90s sitcoms. CBS has announced that they are going to air an Everybody Loves Raymond reunion in November. CBS is calling it its a 30th anniversary special, even though apparently they're turning this into their own dental eyes. It's a bit early. It's going to make it it would be the 29th anniversary, but they're calling it the 30th anniversary, Tony.
Peter Boyle is dead.
Yes.
Doris Roberts is dead.
Yes.
And they're doing a reunion.
Well, yeah. Because, listen, Peter Boyle and Doris Roberts, in many ways, stole the show almost every week.
Sure.
So it is sad that they are no longer with us. I mean, it would have been sad even if they weren't part of Everybody Loves Raymond, because nobody wants to see anyone die, right?
I would hope not.
So that's sad, but it's even sadder that they're going to be doing this reunion without the two of them. But
Brad Garrett needed the money that bad?
Wow. Did you see the Brad Garrett, Ray Romano kind of Everybody Loves Raymond reunion at the what was it, the Cable Ace Awards recently?
I think I may have seen something.
Yeah, I mean, they had a little bit going back and forth, and Brad Garrett was commenting about his career, much like you just mentioned there. He's like, he was wondering if he would make it into the in memoriam cut when he leaves us. So they had that.
How much money do you think Brad Garrett's sitting on from Everybody Loves Raymond?
$14 million.
You think it's only $14 million? I think there's a zero there that you're missing.
140?
If he is not $100 million from that show after all those years, I don't know which end is up. That's impossible. That's impossible. You don't think Jason Alexander as George Costanza was $100 million? Well, it was an earlier. No, it wasn't necessarily an earlier time. At least $50 million? At least $50 million? Private plane money?
According to AI.
AI lies.
AI, when you ask what Brad Garrett's net worth is, it's estimated to be $50 million.
Okay.
Not bad.
Stop complaining. I don't want to hear it.
Who was complaining?
I don't wanna hear anything.
Brad Garrett was complaining? You're the one that just trashed
He's worried
Brad Garrett.
God forbid I trash Brad Garrett. Brad Garrett is an American treasure who made that show, and Ray Romano was lucky to have him.
I'm not going to argue.
Still want to get sued by Brad Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying that the idea of, are you going to be in the in memoriam? What do you care? What do you care? $50 million. Have your own in memoriam. Make your own in memoriam right now. That's the thing they play when people have died in the year, we remember. And just say, and here now, Brad Garrett paid for this in an installment plan before he died. Brad Garrett! And just, you make your own video of how great you are, if that's what you need.
Okay.
Are you going to watch this thing?
You know what? I actually really enjoyed the show.
Did you?
Yeah. Did you? Were you a big? Everybody.
It's not that I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't in my rotation. It wasn't my show.
So what was in your rotation back then?
So what year was this that we're talking about?
Well, the 30th anniversary. It's 2025, 1995, 96.
1996 is when. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea.
Oh,
I have no idea what in the world I could have been watching in 1996.
Oh, Melrose Place.
Right.
Followed by
Small Wonder.
Yes, and the Peach Pit Show. What was the name of that?
That would be wait, the Peach Pit Show?
Yeah, what's the name of it?
That was that Carl Sagan thing.
Oh, yeah. No, the Beverly Hills 90210.
Beverly Hillbillies 90210.
Yes, which I think was off the air by 96. But then they had 90210 Nights, I think they called it.
Was there a 90210 Nights?
There was not.
There was Baywatch Nights.
Getting it mixed up with Baywatch Nights.
There was a Baywatch Nights. Happened.
Which was on for, what, 2 years?
If it lasted that long.
It competed with VIP.
What?
VIP?
What are you talking about?
That was the other show with Pamela Anderson, VIP. I think she was some sort of private investigator or something.
You know a lot about Pamela Anderson.
No, I just know a lot about terrible TV.
True. Not terrible when you get your beef from Defiance Beef. They're going to love that entree into the conversation. You need a good entree? DefianceBeef.com. Great sponsor of ours where you can order a quarter cow, a half, or a full. You get it butchered exactly the way you want it, and it's delivered directly to your door, frozen in the vacuum pack, ready to go. They are a farm right here in Indiana, and they are just serving up some of the best ribeyes and tenderloins and strips, the ground beef, the brisket, absolutely incredible. Everything aged 21 days, the flavor, the tenderness, it is all there. And you decide how you want it cut. You decide the thickness. I actually got the call from the butcher yesterday. Got to call him and say, okay, here's what I want. I'm ready to go. I'm telling you, I'm going to have my beef in a week. I have been waiting. I have been patient. I've been like, worry about me last. I want to see everybody else to be happy. People have been ordering. You go to DefianceBeef.com, use promo code EatDrinkSmoke, get $150 off your order right there. Easy to do. It has been fantastic. The meat is incredible. The quality and the tenderness and how well it grills up and how well it's done as leftovers. Spectacular. Defiance Beef. DefianceBeef.com and use promo code EatDrinkSmoke. That's the name of the show. And you will get $150 off your order.
So what are you going to make first?
There's going to be ribeyes. It's just ribeyes on the grill and me and the family, the kids, and we're going to watch some football and be like, this is excellent. And then I really want to see all the things I can do with the ground beef. Burgers I want to do, meatballs I want to do. I want to see how it plays in a chili. I've got work to do. I've got work galore to do.
You also have work to do when it comes to catching all 4 seasons of VIP. Which was a fast-paced series that takes a behind-the-scenes look at an elite bodyguard agency tasked with protecting the rich and famous in Beverly Hills, starring Pamela Anderson, Molly Culver, and Sean Baker.
Oh, Sean Baker. Love Sean Baker. What else you got in news of the week?
So apparently, Starbucks is losing hundreds of North American stores as they continue to restructure their business, Tony. They announced they're going to close 1% of their locations in North America.
1% of the location. 1%.
1%. In Business Insider has a list and of the locations, and it's It's pretty much all around the country. And I thought I saw somewhere where, man, I don't want to. That must have been in another piece. I believe Starbucks has 32,000 locations worldwide.
That's a lot.
Isn't that crazy?
That is, so they're closing them. Why? What is the issue?
Well, they are restructuring the business, trying to become more profitable. And we've heard since COVID, people are making business decisions about their coffee because they're looking at the economy, they're looking at their current economic situation, and they're saying, I don't know if I can afford $7 cups of coffee every day.
Well, that's why you need the Maxwell apartment. Maxwell apartment, delicious. I wish that was the case. I wish that people said, what am I doing spending this money day in and day out? Make your own dang coffee. You would save so much. I have seen nothing that proves that true. And but if you're telling me they're closing for this purpose, they must feel it somehow. If they could also, while they're restructuring, get the baristas not to share their politics with me, I would be most appreciative. You believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to tell you that. I just don't want you to tell me what it is you believe. I want my latte, and then I would like to leave, please.
That's not too much to ask.
Is it too much to ask?
No, especially when you're spending $9 on that latte.
Right. I'm buying silence. Let's make that happen. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat, Drink, Smoke on social media, on Twitter @Go Eat, Drink, Smoke, on Facebook, facebook.com/Eat, Drink, Smoke, and Instagram @Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast. Hey, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. We're proud of you.
You should watch more of our videos. Make sure you subscribe right there to Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your videos, on YouTube, on Rumble, and don't forget Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast, where we've got the shorts and some very cool things going on.